Worship drummers, stop playing the same boring fills over and over. This video is going to be an introduction to linear fills for more advanced beginners to intermediate players who want to spice up their fills and creativity. If you're a worship drummer and you're looking to improve your gift of drumming for the Lord, then please subscribe and like this video to help me reach more drummers like yourself. Before we dive into the fills, we must first define linear fills, and that typically just means you're just playing one voicing on the kit at a time and you string them together. One of the most important ingredients to linear fills is your kick drum and treating it as almost the third arm inside your fills. Linear fills that incorporate the kick is the basis for gospel style chops and fills that you see on Instagram. For this video, instead of just giving you a finite amount of verbatim fills to copy, I'm going to give you 4 patterns and then show you how you can take those 4 patterns and create a ton of fills from just those 4 patterns. So let's dive in. Okay guys, we're here at the kit. If you're a total beginner, first check out my beginner fills video. I'll put the link in the description and maybe on the screen here. And I also have a beginner fills in 6/8 time. You can check that one out too in the description. So before we start working on these linear patterns, the thing that's going to end up tripping you up if you're new to this is that we have to accomplish what I call simultaneous opposite movements. In order to seamlessly implement the kick drum with your hands, you have to be able to move both in opposite motions. So for example, when my right hand goes down and I want to hit the kick right after my right hand, my leg has to start coming up as I'm going down. So that way, so I can get a nice and smooth rhythm. And so we're looking for very smooth rhythms here when we're implementing the kick. And we don't want to have any like separations or gaps in between our kicks. So here's a few exercises you can do to work on that. First of all, you can just put your right hand over here on the hi-hat, and then your kick is going to be happening on the E's and the U's. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and you'll notice that my right hand is going up and down, nice and smooth, back and forth like this. And there, at no point is it stopping in its motion. And you have to be able to do the opposite with your foot. So when my right hand goes down, my right foot is coming up to be ready to hit that kick drum. Instead of it being very consecutive, if you're doing it consecutively and you're not doing it simultaneously, things are not going to end up sounding right. So you want to avoid this, where this one stays down and then this one hits, because then you won't be able to get speed out of it. And you can do the exact same thing down around the toms. So you got to prepare for the next stroke. So this goes down, then the right foot comes up. And then you can do it with your left hand on the hi-hat. Then we can do right kick, left kick. So we can go right kick, left kick. Then you can go around your toms. Just a quick interruption to these linear fills. I do want to remind you that I do offer one-on-one coaching. And many of you may be thinking, why do I need coaching when I can just look up whatever I need on YouTube? And while that may be true, you can look up almost anything on YouTube. What YouTube lacks is a proper sequence of learning and direct feedback on your playing. This video, for example, could be far beyond your reach right now, and attempting it may just leave you frustrated and deflated, when you would be much better off working on prerequisite skills that'll make this video so much easier. In a one-on-one setting, I can determine exactly what you need and give you real-time feedback based on your playing. If you're interested in taking your skills to the next level for the Lord, no matter what your current skill level is, click the link in the description for one-on-one coaching. Okay, back to linear fills. Okay, so now we're going to dive into these patterns, and I've purposely made these patterns where they don't have double kicks in them. Obviously, double kicks is going to be like the next level beyond this point. All I'm using is single kicks inside these patterns. And the first one, we're just going to play it on snare and kick drum. And so we're going to go right, left, right, kick. Right, left, right, kick. And you'll just play that as 16th notes. So we can go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. And so we can take that pattern and we can move it around on different drums and different voicings. Really, the sky is the limit with this as far as what voicings you want to use. But if I just go around the drums, it sounds pretty cool. More up to speed. Okay, so the next pattern is going to be right, kick, right, left. Right, kick, right, left. And if I go around the drums, it sounds pretty cool. So that's just using the same pattern all around the drums. Okay, so the next pattern is right, left, kick, left. So right, left, kick, left. And so when I do the left on the E in this grouping, my right foot is coming up. Remember the opposite simultaneous movements to get this smooth. So, and going around the drums, it sounds like this. Okay, so this next pattern is going to be kick, left, right, kick. Kick, left, right, kick. So this one, if you play repetitively around the kick, you are going to end up having a double because you're doing one at the beginning and the end. So we'll just use this as a one-off when we start implementing these patterns. But if I played it around the kit, it would sound... Okay guys, so now we're going to take these patterns and we're going to start mixing them together to come up with almost infinite ideas. So for this first one, we're just going to play it like a 4/4 groove, and we're going to start our fill on beat 3. So you got to be able to count to be able to implement these things. Beat number 3 is going to have pattern number 1, so it would be like 3 E and 3 E and then the 4 is going to be 4 E and So 3 E and 4 E and 1. 3 E and 4 E and 1. So if I put it in a groove, it'll be like 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. So then we can take it a step further. We can take that exact same fill and we implement the toms and other voicings on our kit. To preserve the backbeat of the groove, let's keep the snare on the 4, but we're going to take all the other hits and put them on toms. So let's do 3 E and 4 E and 1. 3 E and 4 E and 1. So to be 1, 2. Okay guys, so a big way you can open up the creativity on your kit is using non-typical voicings. Like a lot of people, of course they'll use the toms and the snare, but we want to explore our other voicings on our kit. The bell of your ride incorporated into your fills, open hi-hats, incorporated into your fills, and even like stacks, like a stack, which is just two symbols on top of each other. This can really open up the tonal colors of your fills and make them sound much more creative. So we're going to use that in this next one. Okay guys, so in this next pattern, we are going to actually change up the sticking a little bit. And the reason we're going to do that is because of where we're hitting things on our drums. It just wouldn't make sense to cross over. So we want to keep everything uniform. And the cool thing with this is that when you're implementing the kick in your fills, it gives you time to switch hands. So while I told you like pattern number 1 is right, left, right kick, there's no reason after you play right, left, right kick that you can't play with the left hand. So you could go right, left, right kick, left, right, left kick. You know, just in case that configuration works better in your fill based on what you're doing and what you're hitting in your kit. So, for example, with this one, we're going to use pattern number 1 again, and we're just going to go 3E and you know, like before, 3E and and then for the 4, we're going to go 4E, open the hi-hat, 4E and So for that last pattern, I told you to play right, left, kick, left, but right now we're doing right, left, kick, right. Because we want to hit the bell of our ride over here, it would make no sense to use our left hand to hit the bell there. So we're going to hit this bell on the and then we're going to hit the crash with our left hand instead. So, okay, showing you a bit slower in a groove. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. More time. 1, 2. Okay, here's how it sounds a little bit sped up. Okay, so as you can see, I've only given you 2 ideas right now with these patterns. Hopefully, this is opening up your eyes how many ideas we can come up with just these 4 patterns. Okay guys, those were a few examples of how to implement those patterns, but here is a checklist that will help you come up with almost infinite amount of ideas using these patterns. Number 1, mix and match the different patterns together. Number 2, move the hands to different voicings, but keep the patterns the same. Number 3, make your fills longer or shorter by using more or less patterns. And 4, don't forget to use atypical voicings like a cymbal stack, the bell of your ride, hi-hats, and rim clicks, etc. And number 5, play with the dynamics in your hands. Not all strokes have to be loud. Honestly, this is just scratching the tip of the iceberg and getting more creative, but if you're looking for more examples using these patterns, then please join my group for worship drummers called Drummers Who Worship Plus for an extended version of this video. The link is in the description and you can join for absolutely free. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.